Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope for January 2025. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. My horoscopes are based on the UK time zone, and please watch them in this order: rising sign first, then sun sign, and finally your moon sign. So I'm going to break January down into 4 weeks, and I'm going to pay particular attention to the moon, how it moves through the different houses of your chart and when, so you know where you're supported in every day of January. And before I get into that, I just want to mention a couple of things, or one thing. January is really a great month for stargazers. On Friday, the 3rd of January, you could see Venus really close to the moon. And to me, that was a real symbol of hope for 2025, especially after the Black Moon in Capricorn that we had on the 30th of December 2024, which asked you to go inward. Venus is the planet of love and beauty and creativity and what you give life to. And the moon is your home and your heart. So it's really a sign or a symbol that by being your true authentic self, by expressing yourself creatively, by starting new things like relationships and businesses, you'll have a great time in this month, but also in this coming year, 2025. On the 18th of January, you'll see Venus and Saturn, and they'll appear really closely to each other, 2.2 degrees apart. Saturn is structure and security, and that gives you the confidence again that you are a special person, you have unique talents and gifts, and it's safe and okay for you to express those, whether you're a creative person or not, whether you want to do that by painting the masterpiece or starting a new relationship. You may also see shooting stars via the quadrantid meteor shower, and I hope I said that correctly, that continues until the 12th of January. So if you have a clear night, one night, where you can see the stars and you see a shooting star, please make a wish, because again, it's such a fortuitous start to 2025, and it puts you in the position that, hey, any wonderful thing could happen. So week 1, Wednesday the 1st to Sunday the 5th of January. I'm a little late to the party here because I'm only filming this on the 4th of January, but I still want to give you the information on what happened at the very beginning. So on the 1st of January, we had the moon in Capricorn, and that was in your second house of money. So for you, there was an opportunity to really look at your income, your career, and to work on that and to say, how can I make improvements? On the 2nd and 3rd of January, the moon moves into Aquarius, and it moves into your third house of communication, and it joins Pluto and Venus, which are also in that third house. So this is a great 2-day period for you to learn, to express yourself, to teach, to be in the spotlight, and to share your own insights and your truth in order to help other people. On the 3rd of January, Venus moves out of that third house in Aquarius, and it moves into Pisces, and it hops over the IC, and it goes into your fourth house of family relationships, your roots, what makes you feel like you belong in life. And it joins Saturn and Neptune in Pisces in that fourth house. And what this will do is it's going to make you very loving and forgiving and warm towards the people who you're closest to, your family members, your closest friends. If you have any opportunity to spend time with the people you love on the 3rd, but also on the 4th and 5th, you can really just enjoy their company, but really experience a sense of harmony and like you do belong. You're not on your own. You're not the only person in the world, and it's you against the entire world, and you have to manage everything yourself. There's a sense of, I'm being supported, I am loved. If I have a problem, I can reach out. The reason I mentioned the 4th and 5th is because the moon joins Venus in that 4th house on the 4th and 5th, and it goes into Pisces in your 4th house. So that sense of harmony and family unity is heightened even more, and you can really enjoy the company of others. From the 6th of December 2024 until the 23rd of February 2025, we have Mars in retrograde. Mars is a personal planet, so the personal planets and their retrogrades affect us personally, and Mars is about energy and drive and what I want. Mars rules Aries, a fire sign, but in this case it's in Leo, another fire sign where it's a bit much. Mars in Leo says, I'm the leader, I'm the boss, I'm the person who's meant to be in the limelight. It's in your ninth house of education, travel, and broadening your horizons, but it's in retrograde. So I actually feel that that softens this feeling of Mars in Leo is too much, and you're able to travel and study and broaden your horizons without losing your patience or without becoming frustrated and then giving up. So if there's anything that is like a course that takes 7 weeks from the 1st of January until the 23rd of February, try and sign up for that. Look at what fascinates you, what you're really curious about, because during this period, you're not just going to say, oh, I studied really hard for the first week, now I'm over it, I'm going to move on to something else. With this, you'll be consistent and you can really devote yourself to new information and knowledge that you can acquire easily. Also, Mercury and Venus are direct all month, so please don't expect any issues with communication or transportation, and also don't hold off on starting a new business or starting new relationships. According to those two personal planets, it's all systems go. So let's see the houses the moon covered in these first 5 days of January. So it started in your second house of money, and it ended up in your 4th house of family. So that's the very bottom of your chart, near the IC. So the question of the first 5 days of January are really, what makes me feel like I belong? And what other information can I acquire so that I feel I have expertise and I have knowledge that will allow me to make really good and positive changes in my life moving forward. Week 2, Monday to Sunday, the 6th to the 12th of January, the moon is in Aries on the 6th and 7th, and it's in your 5th house of what you love, and that is what you love to do work-wise, or if you're retired or a student, what you love to work on. But it's also about who I love and romantic relationships, and it sits there next to the North Node, Chiron, and the transiting ascendant, and they're all in Aries. So these 2 days, the 6th and 7th of January, are an opportunity for you to heal your relationships, both with your work and with the people in your life already. It's also an opportunity to start a new relationship. And if there's any sense that my relationship status isn't what I want it to be, you can take action on the 6th and 7th to change that. At the same time, you've got Jupiter, the lucky planet, sitting in your 7th house of relationships. So this is a wonderful time for any Sagittarius who's single to find the right person. Also on the 6th of January, we've got Mars retrograding back into Cancer, and it goes into your 8th house of institutions and the authorities. It sits next to the part of fortune and Hades in Cancer. So any dealings you've got with bureaucracy, red tape, singular, the government, the tax people, any legal issues, you can really devote yourself to those and take care of things. There's an opportunity here for you to come to some sort of resolution to complete any outstanding issues in those areas of your life, and to feel a great sense of relief as a result of the work that you do there. The moon reaches its second quarter, it's waxing, getting bigger towards becoming a full moon on the 6th of January as well. And at that time, it is in your 5th house of what you love, right? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It says, let's go do something. So it really is about starting new connections. And whether that's with a side gig work-wise, or to start a new hobby, or to change your career completely, that is supported. But also, I want to make new friends, or I want to meet someone to fall in love with. All of that is supported. The moon then goes into Taurus on the 8th and 9th of January, and it joins Uranus in Taurus in your 6th house of daily routine, your physical health, and the structures of your life. And Uranus is the planet that's responsible for the unexpected. So in that sixth house, with all of them being in Taurus, there's certain structures in your daily routine that you're no longer satisfied with. You'll find it very easy to get rid of those. If there are things about your own body, the way you eat or the way you exercise, that you want to change, but that usually would fill you with a sense of fear, as in, oh, I can't start running every day. You know, I never have in the past, but I want to on some level. That kind of thing, you'll really be able to embrace the change, to devote yourself to doing things differently, and the outcome is going to be miraculously different. On the 8th of January, we've got Mercury ingressing into Capricorn, and it joins your transiting midheaven, Pallas, and the Sun. They're also all in Capricorn in your second house of money, and they oppose Mars and Hades in your 8th house. So what's interesting about this here is, one, again, you're able to complete any outstanding concerns or issues with institutions or authorities, but also if you put your own career, your own work, the way you create an income, if you put that under the microscope, it'll occur to you what changes you can make so that you have more abundance and prosperity in your life. It could be that you find a way to increase your existing pay, or you decide to start a side gig, or you realize that you're doing a lot more than you're being paid for, and you take that to the boss, and the boss agrees and decides to give you a pay rise. All of those kind of things are very, very possible on the 8th and 9th, but the 8th particularly. On the 10th and 11th of January, the moon goes into Gemini, and it joins the great benefic Jupiter, the lucky planet, which is also in Gemini in your 7th house of relationships. So again, this is another 2-day period where you can express yourself beautifully. People are going to respond warmly to you. And again, if you want to change your relationship status, these 2 days are very, very good for you to show up in a way that other people respond to warmly, and it sets the stage for you to start a new, important and significant relationship. And then finally, on the 12th, we've got the moon going into Cancer, and it doesn't just stay in Cancer on the 12th, but it goes into the next week and stays in Cancer on the 13th and 14th. But here on the 12th, the moon joins Hades and Mars in Cancer in your 8th. So again, it's a moment where I want to revisit anything that is outstanding in an official capacity, anything that is bureaucratic, like visa applications, and I want to take care of those things, even if they usually scare me. And if I put them off and delay them, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take care of them in the moment, in the here and now. And that applies for the 12th, 13th, and 14th of January. So in week 2, let's see what houses the moon covered. So on the 6th, it started in your 5th house of what you love, and it ends up in your 8th house. And that's the very right-hand side of your chart. And the thing that's coming up for me via that is the descendant. You're able to find what you're looking for in this second week, whether it's a resolution to some sort of legal or official issue, or you're able to find who or what you love, either in work or via another human being. Wow. Week 3, Monday to Sunday, the 13th to 19th of January. Like I mentioned a moment ago, on the 13th, 14th, the moon is still in Cancer. So the ability to resolve any of those things. But on the 13th as well, we have a full moon in Cancer. And Sagittarius, for you, that does happen in that 8th house. So the ability to reach some sort of resolution is the strongest. So really devote yourself to that on the 13th, and you'll be pleased with the outcome. On the 15th and 16th then, the moon moves into Leo, and it goes into your 9th house of travel and education and broadening your horizons. So on these 2 days, you'll have a great sense of wanderlust, a great sense of curiosity. So if you have the chance to travel, to go visit new locations, please do. You'll get a lot out of it. Or if there's an opportunity to learn something that you're interested in, please also devote yourself to that. You'll really find it very meaningful. On the 17th and 18th, the moon goes into Virgo and it goes into your 10th house of career. Again, Virgo is the analyst, right? It's able to create meaning. So if there's anything in work that doesn't make sense, you'll be able to figure it out here on the 17th and 18th. And what's interesting for you, Sagittarius, is that there's a theme emerging via all these different placements. That things which have been hanging over your head, you're able to really solve those things and get rid of them and get them out of your life once and for all here in January. I think you're going to feel a huge sense of relief, as in these things are no longer issues. Hooray. On the 19th, the moon goes into Libra, but it also stays there in week 4 on the 20th and 21st. So when it arrives on the 19th, it joins your South Node and Black Moon Lilith in Libra in your 11th house of hopes and dreams. And this is an opportunity for you to find that you're more optimistic about the wonderful things that could happen in your life. Because you've had the relief of solving all those things that were causing you stress, now you're looking at, hang on a minute, if I could solve those things, then my hopes and dreams aren't just unrealistic, they're actually things that I can accomplish, particularly, again, in doing work that you love and in your romantic relationships, in your love life. The sun also moves into Aquarius on the 19th of January, and that goes out of your 2nd house and into your 3rd house of communication. It joins Pluto and the part of fortune. So anything that requires you to express your own ideas, to problem solve, to teach, to make a positive contribution to the lives of other people via communication, so talking, writing, presenting, that's going to be very easy from the 19th of January onwards until the end of the month. And in week 3, let's see which of the houses the moon went through. So on the 13th, it started in your 8th house and it ended up in your 8th house on the 19th. So now we're talking about the top of the chart. We're talking about the midheaven. So this is about getting things off your back that cause you stress, acquiring new information, figuring things out at work, and having your dreams return, and hope, and a sense that, yes, good things can happen. So Sagittarius, if you've been feeling kind of flat, or you haven't been able to see a future for yourself, this month is really going to be life-changing in opening your eyes to the fact that good things can and will happen to you. Finally, week 4, which isn't a week, it's 11 days, Monday to Friday, the 20th to the 31st of January. We still have the moon in Libra on the 20th and the 21st. So really give yourself a bit of time, if possible, to contemplate what the best thing, or to ask yourself, what's the best thing that could possibly happen to me in my lifetime? And see what comes up, write it down, and commit to it. On the 21st, the moon reaches its 4th quarter, so it's waning away to becoming a new moon. So the quiet and the peace of that will allow you to meditate and to see what the ideal life would be and what the hopes and dreams are that you can work towards in future. The moon then goes into Scorpio on the 22nd and 23rd, and that's really interesting because it joins Vesta and Juno in Scorpio in your 12th house of spirituality and spiritual strength. The moon in Scorpio is very able to pinpoint and to uncover hidden secrets. And in your 12th house, I think what you'll uncover is a sense that I am connected to the higher realms. I do have my own version of spirituality and faith, and it's something that makes me feel warm and that supports me. So I think on the 22nd or 23rd, you may have some sort of visitation. You either have a dream that really encourages you, or you get a message from your ancestors or your spirit guides. Something comes in that really solidifies and strengthens your faith in something bigger out there, but also strengthens your faith that good things will and can happen in your life. On the 24th, 25th, and 26th, the moon goes into your sign of Sagittarius, and it opposes Jupiter in Gemini on the other side of the chart in the 7th house. So you'll have a great sense of well-being during this time. You'll again have a sense of wanderlust. I want to explore new things. I want to discover things which are unfamiliar. But again, particularly in the area of relationship, you're supported. So if you want to broaden your social network, make new friends, meet someone to fall in love with, those 3 days are a great time for that as well. Then on the 27th and 28th, we've got the moon going into Capricorn, and that goes back into your 2nd house of money. Pallas, which represents wisdom, and Mercury, the communication planet, are also in there. So again, it's another chance to solve any kind of officialdom in your life, but it's also an opportunity to gain real wisdom about how you can create more abundance in your life. So if you're dissatisfied with the amount you're getting or what you have, you'll be gifted different ways of operating so that you do create more prosperity in your life. On the 27th as well, Mercury ingresses into Aquarius, and it goes out of Capricorn in your 2nd, and it moves into your 3rd house of communication, where it joins Pluto and the transiting midheaven and the Sun, all of them in Aquarius. So this is for any Sagittarius who doesn't know what to do with their lives as far as work is concerned. If you consider that and look for signs, you'll be given the answer. I know that sounds almost too good to be true, but I'm saying it isn't. The moon continues and goes into Aquarius on the 29th and 30th, and it joins all those other planets I just mentioned in your 3rd house. So the 27th was a good day to figure it out as far as your career is concerned. But now the 29th and 30th are also great days for that, particularly the 29th when we have a new moon in Aquarius, and the moon is pitch black and it pulls in a ton of energy to start its next 28-day cycle. And what it does for you is it teaches you what your true life purpose is as it relates to work. On the 30th, Uranus, the planet of the miraculous and unexpected, that goes direct until the 5th of September 2025. And for you, it's sitting in Taurus in your 6th house of daily routine, work, the structures of your life, and even your physical body. And in January and until September, this is really where I think this great sense of optimism and hope comes from, that I can make changes to my life. I can change the way I feel in my body if I want to do that. I can change my appearance if that's what I want to do. I can change my daily routine and how much I work or how much free time I have. I can change my diet. I can let go of any addictions. I can acquire things that will make me feel healthier and more energized in my life. So Sagittarius, January isn't just a good month for you, but I think you're going to be really inspired and feel like anything is possible until September. And then the final day of January, the 31st, the moon goes into Pisces. And again, that is a wonderful day for harmonious family relationships, going home, whether that's your flat or home is represented by the people you love and spending time with them. And you can really decompress and just enjoy other people's company and the sense of harmony. So it's like a reward day at the end of the month for everything you've accomplished. So in these last 11 days, let's see which houses the moon goes through. So it starts in your 11th and it moves all the way over into your 4th. So that's houses 11, 12, quadrant 1, which is houses 1, 2, 3, and then your 4th house. So this is very much about receiving and embracing this newfound sense of optimism, looking at completing things which cause you stress, considering your income, your levels of prosperity, where you can teach yourself, and then at the end, decompressing via the people you love and you feel comfortable with. So it looks like an amazing month. I hope you have a wonderful time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. I use astrology, the tarot, numerology, and my intuition in my personal readings. But if you would prefer just an astrology reading or just tarot or just numbers, let me know. Of course, I can do that, whatever your preference is. To look at what's coming up in future via the astrology, I use progress charts and transits. But if it's around your birthday, I do a solar return chart because that shows me what the year ahead for you is all about. And also astrocartography is a great tool because it shows me what areas in the world are going to have a particular influence on you. So if you're considering a move, please get in touch for a personal reading and I can answer your questions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please, so it shows up in searches. Subscribe for more videos. If you like this video and you know someone who you think may also like this, then please share this video with that person. That's what helps the channel grow. I also have a daily tarot reading that I do on the channel, so please become a member to watch that. And watch out for the videos on the full moon and the new moon in January. I'll make those soon. And that's it. I hope you have a fabulous January and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.